Hi there, this is James with plugin-review.com, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a plugin called Designer Powerup for Elementor, and it allows you to access some productivity tools for the Elementor Pro page builder that will help you have a faster workflow. So if you're creating client websites in Elementor, this is really a great plugin option for you. So we're going to take a look at it. We're going to review the pricing of it, we're going to review the features of it, then we're going to look at the front end, the back end, discuss the pros and cons, and the value for the money. So let's get right into it. Here is the website for the Designer Powerup tool. As you can see, it's a well-designed website. So first off, the pricing of this tool is $19 per year, and it's a license for one site. You pay for a year, there's a 7-day free trial, and you get unlimited power-ups, unlimited localhost staging sites. You can use it on client sites, and you get 1 year of support. We really like the 7-day trial and then the 14-day money-back guarantee, and it's just really a very well-designed experience, from purchasing the plugin to using the plugin to requesting feedback and support on the plugin. So you have one plugin, and then you have 11 individual aspects of this plugin, and this is a bit different from other add-on plugins for Elementor. Other add-on plugins will go ahead and give you elements and blocks that you can use in Elementor. The only block that this adds is a blob generator. So if we can go find the blob. Yeah, so it will generate a random blob for you, and I'll show you this in the back-end walkthrough of the plugin. But the other ones are workflow tools that are built into the page builder or built into the sections on the left side of the Elementor page builder. And as you can see, there are a bunch of individual features, so I'll list them right now. Quick spacer, layout grid, new shape dividers, so Elementor already has those, but they have new ones. Transformations, so shift it up, down, left, right, scale, perspective, skew, stuff like that. Reorder the columns as you need. So when you collapse the page, the columns will reorder. In the base version of Elementor, you are only able to reverse the order of the columns. Here you can actually order them as you want. So if you have a bunch of columns, you can take this tool and order them as you need. Multi-layer shadows. So this is pretty cool because you can layer the shadows, make it look a lot more realistic. Value nudging. So you can very quickly jump in, say, font sizes up by 2 or so rather than dragging a slider. Advanced gradients, so you can put in multiple colors for your gradient and create a bunch of designs. We like this because we use colors and then CSS styling in our websites built with Elementor, and this will fix that problem. Filter effects, which are basic CSS filter effects that you can apply to any page element, and then additional transition animations. So those are the main features, and as you can see from this, this is really designed for people who create Elementor websites, who are developers, who are agencies, stuff like that. If you are a basic user of Elementor, this will work for you as well, but this is really created to be a productivity workflow tool for those who create in Elementor 24/7. So now that we've gone through the pricing and the features, I want to go hop into the back end of the plugin and show you a couple features, tools, and then go to the Elementor page builder and then show you some tools and features there as well. So here's the back end of the plugin. It is fairly simple. We really like the support that comes with this. There's an active development team behind here, and you can request features and share feedback. And whenever any development team actively wants your feedback in what they're building, you know that it's a good option for you. So that's the basic backend. Adding the license is done through a third-party licensing tool. A lot of plugins use them. I forgot what the name of it is, but a lot use them, and really the installation process of this plugin is very easy, quick, and simple. It's just an upload, add the license, and you're good to go. So now let's look at the actual elements that this plugin gives you in Elementor. So we have an Elementor site. Elementor Pro is installed. This is the 2020 theme. And off the bat, you can see that the main feature that you see here is drag and drop of padding and drag and drop of margins. This is very easy, very simple to do. And then if we hop into this section, we can see that everything has been changed accordingly. So drag and drop is one of the main tools, and this is very helpful because it works as it saves you the time and the process of needing to go into the advanced settings and then changing the margins like that. So you could really visually build now rather than having to rely on numbers and stuff like that. So that's the main feature that we see off the bat. Then let's take a look at the blob maker, because the blob generator is the only element that this plugin adds directly to your list of elements. So you drag and drop the blob generator here, and then it will give you the ability to create a blob, and you can resize it, and you can change the points, and you can change the randomness of the blob. And this is helpful because there are a lot of websites that are looking to do more modern things, and incorporating blob design into your website is a trend in the industry, and it has been a trend for a while. So this just makes it very easy to automatically place blobs in there, and then you can use the filters tools that this has to add images to the specific blob, to add a gradient, stuff like that. Alright, so the Powerups tool adds a fourth section to the page builder. So after advanced, you get the Powerup section, and here you have all of the additional features that the plugin has to offer you. So let's just run through them and look at the settings that you get with each of them. So you have a multicolored gradient, and to do this, you just add individual colors. You can change the location of these colors. So say I wanted to do a blue to green to pink gradient, I can do that. It allows me to use a lot of individual colors, and I can really just run through and add as many colors as I want and change the placement of those colors. And then we can add it to the child element. So say we wanted to add it to this element, we can add the selector of that and then do that. We can also apply it to text. So that's a very helpful feature if you're trying to add individual multi-layered gradients. Next up, we have multi-layer shadow. So multi-layer shadow is just something that you can add. You can add multiple instances of a shadow. So this is really basic, but it shows you can add multiple box shadows, and by layering these correctly, you can either have a very cool shadow effect, or you can remove the blur entirely and have a modern effect, something like this, where you have layered colors. So we do this with CSS a lot as an agency, and incorporating the multi-layer shadow directly into the Elementor builder is just a really helpful thing if you're trying to add those type of effects. Alright, so next up we have the transform section, and in transform it's the basic CSS transformations, move it up, down, sideways, skew it, stuff like that, and it's just a very simple and easy thing to use, and it basically applies those transform CSS values using the Elementor builder, so you don't need to either know the CSS or you don't need to add the CSS elsewhere. Then you also have your effects, so basic CSS effects, CSS filters, stuff like that, and you can use these filters on any element that you need. So again, this section here will apply to every element on Elementor, not just Blob Generator. And your final is the transition effects, so ease in, ease out, ease out, ease in, linear, ease, stuff like that. And then you can apply the transition and you can turn it off. So as you can see, for $19 per year, you get a lot of workflow tools that can really help you speed things up. We would definitely recommend this tool if you're an agency or somebody who builds using Elementor a lot, because you can really save a lot of time. I run an agency and we build with Elementor on maybe 50% of our websites, and we can see incorporating this tool into our workflow simply because of these well thought out sections. These sections basically will allow us to do what we usually do with CSS, and it will allow us to do this directly in the Elementor page builder visually, and it will just save us a lot of time. We don't have to go and create the CSS and then edit the CSS and paste the CSS in the right section and make sure it's working on all screens. Instead, we can just go ahead and just apply the CSS as need be. So it's a very easy and simple and cheap. It's $19 a year. It's a very easy, simple plugin to use that will definitely speed up your workflow. And I just wanted to hop in and show you this works on sections, it works on the individual elements, it works on columns, it really works on everything. So whatever you need to apply, if you need to apply any manner of effects, you can easily do that with this tool, and it will really truly speed up your Elementor workflow.